market wrap up, and what a crazy week, folks! From essentially the invasion of Crimea and more or less Ukraine by Russia in the beginning of the week, all the way up until Friday with this jobs number. It's been an absolute crazy week. We've been having a blast here over at Top Gun Options trading the market. Closed several trades this week. VIX bullish double vertical on Monday for a $4,500 profit, and we're looking at nearly $11,000 in profit just this week on 3 weekly options trades, and the risk was $11,300. So essentially 100% return on risk as long as the market kind of flops around and stays where it is. And I think it's going to do that today. This little pop at the open on the jobs report, I think is going to fade. If we haven't powered higher by now, we're not going to do it. So jobs numbers, 175,000. That's a big beat. And last month's was revised upward to $1.29 from 113. Okay, so we saw 151,000 as forecast. We saw $1.75. And if you saw ADP's job numbers on Wednesday, everybody and their mother was expecting a huge miss on weather. It was factored in. Everybody adds, 88,000, 100,000. It's all weather. Well, it really wasn't weather if you dig into this stuff. So that's why you're at Top Gun Options or WCI, is because you know to dig underneath this stuff and know we knew there wasn't going to be a weather issue. But let's dig into some of the numbers, because look at this. The unemployment rate rose to 6.7%. So we might have had a payrolls beat, but the unemployment rate went up. So here we go, folks. Back to Bizarro Market. So it's the jobs report relatively good. So we might have seen just 2 months, the past couple months of softness into the end of Q4 and into Q1, and maybe we're going to pick up some steam. I don't see it, folks. I was just up in Charlotte giving a speech yesterday to a slew of pest control, termite, and other home services companies, literally small business owners, medium-sized business owners. So I really get to put my finger on the pulse of what's going on out there in the, quote, real world, not on Wall Street. And I can tell you for a fact that Wall Street and Main Street are in completely two different universes, okay? Folks telling me about their woes with Obamacare and laying off employees, and the corporate tax rates. There's a lot of warts on this market, folks. And yesterday, household income or household net worth rose to historic highs. And you know why? And don't give me this, wow, it was great. Everybody got rich over the past couple of years. Bernanke, one of the reasons we did quantitative easing was what? 2 words, he said. It's WE, the wealth effect. One of the benefits of quantitative easing, he said, was the wealth effect. Americans feel richer. Do you feel richer? I can tell you after reading that report for a good 2 hours yesterday, and let me put my comrade Putin hat on, the rich got richer and the poor got poorer. For a president who rails around the country about the income gap, under this president, the income gap has grown the largest than under any other president in our young republic's history. So, yay for household net worth, but the households that went up in net worth probably didn't need it. So, relatively good news yesterday on that front. But we're seeing some really. This is just great. Let me show you before we go here, because I have a live trading session this afternoon, where we're going to be talking about these afterburner trades, or weekly options trades here at Top Gun Options. But check this out. Right now, as of this morning, and me shooting this video, we are up nearly $7,000. There's another $4,000 to go in these trades by the end of the day. I could close these trades right now for a gain of $7,000 in essentially 4 days and 30 minutes. That's discipline, that's risk management, that's superior execution. If you're not attending our 1 o'clock trading session today, you're doing something wrong, okay? Because I'm going to show you how we trade weekly options here at TGO, and on $11,000 in risk, we've essentially made 7 over 7 grand. What's that? 60% return in 4 days. If you're doing better than that, God bless you. Send me an application. If you're not, you're doing it wrong. And this is just, if I got to leave you with this, folks, we just keep on getting pushed around the schoolyard, like the dorks we are now. China, Russia, just emerging superpowers, and they're putting the U.S. In the backbench, which is essentially the mission objective of our current president. And he's succeeding, and nobody cares. Let's gut our defense spending. Let's pay for the post office, Amtrak, Medicare, Medicaid, Fannie, Freddie, all these great government programs that work, and gut the military as Russia's launching ICBMs, China's deploying aircraft carriers, and will eventually, sooner rather than later, wake up and take over Taiwan again. And of course, let's not talk about the Middle East at all and Iran getting a nuke. Everything's great, folks. Market's going to melt higher. Smoke your hopium, but please make sure you hedge. All right, I got to run. I'll be back for Monday's Market Outlook here at Wealth Creation Investing. Hope to see you in our live trading session at 1 p.m. over at Top Gun Options, where we're going to talk about how we made $7,000 in 4 days at $7,500, $7,600, $7,700, almost all the way up to potentially $11,000. So I'll see you at 1 o'clock.